Hello and welcome to Introduction to ZBrush 4R8. This is Madeline Scott Spencer for the Gnomon Workshop, and I'll be your instructor for this video series. It's my intention with this tutorial series that you can go from being a basic ZBrush user with little to no experience to a full intermediate user. We're going to talk about the foundations of ZBrush and all the tools and techniques available to you within the program. If it's in there and it's a tool that's commonly used, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about sculpting with Dynamesh. We're going to talk about importing meshes and texture painting. We'll talk about UV mapping and generating displacement maps for rendering outside the program. We'll talk about animation, 3D printing. We'll even talk about rendering passes to Photoshop for concept painting, and much, much more. Now let's say you're already an experienced ZBrush user. There's still things that you can gain from this series. Perhaps you want to zero in just on those new tools that are available in 4R8, and there's several, and we'll be talking about them. We'll be looking at 3D alphas and vector displacement brushes. We'll talk about booleans, deformers, and primitives. We'll talk about the 3D text tool and the new gizmo, which is an exciting addition to the interface that makes ZBrush behave a lot more like some more common 3D programs that you might be familiar with. Perhaps you also just want to see tools and techniques you already use in the hands of another user just to get a different perspective. Part of the way that I teach ZBrush is to introduce concepts and tools within the context of using them. So for example, we'll be doing a full creature bust sculpt using Dynamesh. We'll do a full sculpt using imported meshes. To learn about texture painting, we're going to paint a full creature skin from the ground up using polypaint paint techniques. I think it's the most valuable when you can see tools being used in context to create a finished vision. So many of these tutorials I try and structure around that idea. I've been a ZBrush user since 2003, and I've been a ZBrush instructor for the Gnomon Workshop and the Gnomon School of Visual Effects since 2006. In those 10 years, I've become very accustomed to seeing the pitfalls that'll trip up new users to the program. It's my intention that throughout the course of this video, I can help guide you past some of those common stumbling blocks so you can become a confident ZBrush user faster. And that's the most important thing, to get these tools in your hands, get you confident using them, so you can start making your own creatures and characters and fantasies come to life as soon as possible. So I'm really excited to get started. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.